So, like many of you, I had no idea what I wanted to do for my senior project. But after lots of thought and watching YouTube, actually came up with this idea of, hmm, why don't I do a draw my life? My life has I've went through some things in my life, but it's definitely not asking for any sympathy. It's just telling a story and just hopefully be encouraging to others. And yeah, so here we go. May 28th, 1996, I was born in Little Company of Mary. So my mom, dad, and my older brother. And I do not remember that. But I do not remember first year of life, second year, but when I was 3 years old, I started to remember um, things that I still remember today. Um, but when I was two, we had another sibling. His name was Dale, and when he turned two, he actually became very sick, and we had to rush him to the hospital. And we actually found out that he had leukemia, blood cancer, and so we took him to Long Beach Village Hospital, where we would have many visits. So me and Dale were basically best friends. We did everything together: swimming, basketball, baseball, sports, sword fights, building forts, and video games, and playing music. And we just enjoyed so much time together. Basically did everything together as much as we could. And uh, Dale, he was covered in this rain of cancer, but eventually, after a lot of treatment, pain, and just sticking it out, he eventually went into remission, and the cancer went away temporarily, and that allowed us to travel to places like Hawaii to visit friends and family. And every time we went there, it'd just be such a blessing, and we'd have so much fun every time we went. And we tried to go every summer when Dale was healthy. So me and Dale started to grow up, and um, as we grew up, Dale was able to go to school, and as he started school, he just fell in love with it. And me and my brother were just watching in awe of how someone could be so motivated to go to school. So things are going well. He's able to do his activities and go to the beach, enjoy music, sports, and just enjoy life. And he even picked up the violin, which is pretty cool. But all of a sudden, the cancer came back and came down on us pretty hard, especially him. And we're back to square one. And so, but he kept his head high and just went through with all the treatments, all the shots, pills, hospitalizations, everything that he went to. He just went with it, and even though he couldn't go to school, play basketball, or go outside, he was a trooper. And I had to watch him, and I felt so helpless from the sidelines. And I just wanted to do something, but I couldn't. But eventually, after time, he went into remission, yay, and he was able to do activities again, and cancer was gone temporarily again. So we were reunited. We could do everything together. And my older brother and my parents, of course, watching over us and just supporting us in all our activities. And we just took it one year at a time and just enjoyed it. But that familiar cloud once again came back and just devastated us all. And finally, we had to resort to a bone marrow transplant, which seemed like the best choice and best option for the third time. And for a bone marrow transplant, you can't just take anyone's bone marrow. Bone marrow is actually it's the blood and tissue in your hip bones that actually make blood cells. So if you transplant that, then Dale would start to make healthy red blood cells versus cancer cells. So we were searching for a match all over the place, and um, the match has to be very close, kind of like blood type, but it's a little bit more meticulous. And we finally found one person, and that person happened to be me. And I was scared out of my mind, but I knew it was nothing in comparison to what Dale had to go through. And I was going to do this for him and for his sake. And if I had a chance to help save his life and do something for him, I was definitely going to do it. And I was determined to do it for him. So a bone marrow transplant is composed of 50 shots, or with a huge needle, 50 in each hip, totaling to 100. And they have to drill into your hip bone and get into the marrow and harvest it. And they do 5 milliliters at a time, which totals to 500 sticks and 500 or 100 sticks and 500 milliliters total. But it was nothing to compare to what he went through, and I was so glad to be able to help him in some way. And so after a while, my bone marrow started to kick in, and he was just doing so well. And at 8 years old, it was just so amazing to watch him just tackle life one day at a time, and to just never give up, never complain, and never ask anything from anyone, and just to enjoy life at such a young age. And he was so mature. It was just amazing to watch him grow up and just be a part of his life. He was so selfless, courageous, positive, so much that he was so mature for such a young age. And it was just, he was a hero to so many, and especially my hero. And I strive to be like him every day. And I'm not sure if I can do that, but I'm definitely going to try my best. For example, he'd go into the hospital and get a surgery and wouldn't ask for anesthesia just so that he can go back to school. So right after the surgery, he'd rush to the car, jump in, tell mom, uh, hop on and let's go to school. I want to get to school. It's just so amazing. That's just one example of the amazing things he did. So yeah, after a while, the bone marrow kicked in. He was doing well, able to do everyday activities, going to the beach, basketball, doing the things he loves, music, and just everyone was happy. And we were able to go to Hawaii too. But after a while, we noticed that he was starting to get sick again, and it wasn't looking too good. We were all very concerned. Um, and then after a couple months, on March 15th, Leo was looking pretty bad, and we had to rush him to the hospital. And he was rushed to Long Beach Memorial to the ICU, intensive care unit. And me and my brother joined my parents later on with my auntie. And I still remember every single moment of that day vividly, and it's still in my head. And I think I will never. I know for a fact that I'll never forget this day, because unfortunately, this was the day that he lost this battle. And it was tough, but we told him, when you are safe, when you're in heaven, we know that you're okay, send us a rainbow. And as soon as we stepped out of the hospital, it's a huge rainbow across the sky, and there's no clouds, and we knew that it was him and that he was okay. He taught us so much, and especially that life is just too short to take for granted. And he, through his life, I was able to learn so much, and I just had a new mindset, and I wanted to extend his legacy and never forget him, and make sure no one else forgot him. And I was motivated, determined to do that, and I vowed to him that we would never forget. We would never forget his courage, his amazing life, and everything that he's done. And he actually told us that his dream was to become a pediatric oncologist, which is a children's cancer doctor, and help kids like he was. And fortunately, his run was cut short, so I vowed to him that it would be our dream, that I would do it for him, and one day I'm going to become a pediatric oncologist just for him, and no matter what it takes, I'm going to get there. So throughout middle school, 2008, 2009 was some of the toughest years that I went through, but it with him in my mind, and I was focused and ready to do well in high school, and the transition was with all the support of my friends and my family. I made that transition very smoothly, and I was very excited for high school and for the experiences ahead of me. Freshman year, about October, there was a huge explosion. I don't know if you guys remember, but I was actually in that explosion. I had sustained second-degree burns on my hands and face, but it was definitely not fun. But with all the things that I saw that Dale went through, it was nothing in comparison. I just had to keep positive, keep my head up, and not feel sorry for myself, and just keep on living life and try and do well in school. And so it took me 6 months to get back to normal, but with the help of all my classmates, this entire North High community, I was able to recuperate to 100%, and I was good to go. And it was just amazing to see how supportive North was, and also how diverse and how much everyone cared. Even though I didn't know people, they'd come up to me and ask if I was okay, and it was just amazing just to be able to see that as a freshman and experiencing that. I knew that North High was a big family and that I was in a very special place. And from that moment on, I knew that, yeah, it was a very special place, and I was going to enjoy my high school years, and things were going to be okay, and I was going to have a lot of fun throughout high school, and it definitely was. And I began to enjoy life in high school and look past the small things and road bumps. Uh, and now everything's good. I'm enjoying my senior year so much to be thankful for, and God has been a big part of that in my life and for my faith, and just blessing so many things in my life, so many people and opportunities, and even for Dale especially, because he blessed us with a little bit more than 9 years, and 9 years is 3,280 days and 85 days, and he could have taken him on the first day that he was diagnosed, and we just blessed us so much, and we also have to take each day one at a time and never take for granted any day that we have, because we never know when our time is, and we're gonna have ups and downs in our lives, but we just have to keep positive and keep an open heart and mind and just enjoy life. And that's something that Dale has taught me, and I still keep with me in my heart. And sometimes we're gonna overthink things and just stress out about life, but in every situation, we always have to think positive and just keep our head up and just move forward and not dwell on the past, because overthinking will just mess your mind up, and you also have to just believe in yourself and believe in your abilities and everything that you do, because it's very important, and if you don't believe in yourself, then other people won't believe in you. But we also have to be very thankful for everything. We are very blessed to have so many opportunities and so many things like school and clothes, food, and we can never take for granted all of those things. And with all the blessings that we have in our life, we have to bless others and being inspiring. We have to inspire others to be positive, and just like how Dale was. Dale's my inspiration, my teachers, my family, my parents, and we can never give up, and we have to keep on living life every day. And there's gonna be definitely, we're gonna make some mistakes. There's gonna be roadblocks, haters, and so many things that will try to bring us down, but we can't let any of that affect us, because if we do, then we'll never be successful, and we just have to be happy. We have to smile and just be positive about everything that happens in our life. And one thing that helped me in my freshman year throughout high school is just this mural that was painted on the side of the library wall. It says, "Do not follow the path of the common, but create your own path, and just be yourself." And that showed me that I shouldn't follow people. I should be myself and just believe in myself and do everything, and just be passionate about what you do in life, and follow that passion no matter what it is. And everyone has a talent. Everyone is blessed with something, no matter what it is, and we are in control of our lives and our future. And so we need to seize that. We need to take advantage of all these opportunities that we were blessed with, and just we are the future, and we have to just be positive in everything that we do. And so I just want to thank all of you. Special thanks to Mr. Piak and Mr. Stover for helping me throughout the years, friends and family, and all of you. You have just been so supportive, and I couldn't have done it without your friendship and everything that you've done for me. So smile on, and I hope this video is encouraging. So.